We did everything we could do that night. We had to, couldn't fight fire. We had to go evacuate. And we had to start getting people out. At one point, we got trapped. Our engine caught fire on top of the hose bed. We had a log went across the road, and we just barely got out of there. And we went down the road, took a different road, and got ahead of the fire and started evacuating more people. The fire was moving so fast on us, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, we actually, when we got trapped in there, we came out and our tires were smoking and our hose bed on top of the engine was on fire. So I had to jump up there with the gloves and throw all the hoses off. We turned on the water, put the fire out on top of the engine once we got to safety. But yeah, it was pretty, it came through so fast and so hot that, it was like something out of a movie, like some kind of crazy disaster movie. So we ran up Bald Rock Road. We could see the glow in the distance through the trees. And we're like, okay, that fire does look a lot closer than it's supposed to be. It's getting real close. And we came around a corner, and there was a spot fire right off the side of the road. And so we're like, oh, maybe we should stop and put that out. So we stopped, went to grab the hose, and it shot right up 50 feet high in the air instantaneously. We're like, okay, we can't put that out with this little engine. So we're like, we're just going to drive through. So we got up there and we told the forestry had already staged some engines and some people up there. We said, hey, the spot fires are here. We need to put them out before they spread. So we ran around Brush Creek, took about 10 minutes, and everybody that lives right in that little community, we said, everybody get out. Most people had already evacuated. There were 2 or 3 up there that hadn't yet. We're like, you guys need to leave right now. While everything's burning around us and the wall of fire came through, we were able to turn the squad around and come flying out of there, literally smoking and literally on fire, the hose bed. We made it to the forestry station. Like I say, we jumped out, sprayed everything down, put the fires out that were on the engine, and had to throw all the hoses. All of our firefighting equipment on top of the engine was all burned up, so we threw it all off, grabbed some extra hoses, and then we ran down 162 this time because the fire hadn't made it to the highway yet. And all we could do was run to every house that we thought there might be people there. We were on the PA, sirens blaring on the PA, get out now. And the wall of fire was just coming toward us, and we just were moving ahead of the wall of fire, trying to get as many people out as we can. That's like we were talking about the guy in his underwear. Yeah. He was in his house looking out his curtains. We stopped. We're like, get out now, it's coming. He looked and seen the wall of fire coming, jumped in his car in his underwear and drove off ahead of us. And then we went to come back to the station, but by then over here on the intersection of Rockefeller and Bald Rock, the fire was already ripping through. We had to turn around and leave. And when we came back the next morning, this is what it was right here.
I lost my house, my shop, and so I'm out of everything. But you know what? I'm just going to pick up and start over. I'm not leaving my community. I'm going to stay with my community.